Hi, I'm Meghan Slattery.
Hi, my name is Artis.
I'm Toni Xu.
I'm Jonathan Haynes.
My name is Sirad Hassan.
My name is Kelton Chastulik.
I'm Tabitha Belshee.
My name is Bobo Stankovikj and I go by Bobo.
One community organization that I was a part of on campus for all 4 years that really meant a lot to me was Fuzzy Dice Improv Comedy, Princeton's self-proclaimed most attractive improv group. Being in that group has led to my becoming just comfortable in my own skin. There's a certain level of carefreeness that comes with making up skits about some of the dumbest things, like on a regular basis. And I've met some of the most important people in my life in this group.
I'm really grateful for my 4 years on the women's swim and dive team. I've been inspired by teammates in and out of the pool every day. And our coach introduced the motto, "Be grateful, be great," which has shaped my Princeton experience and is definitely going to stick well after my time here comes to an end.
So the student organization that I spent the most time with was definitely the Muslim Student Association on campus. I was president my sophomore year and on the board my freshman year, and have still stayed pretty involved through my upperclassmen years, and just through the experiences that I've had in learning about leadership and learning about organization and event planning and running events like Muslim Monologues and our Inter-MSA Summit. Was definitely challenging, but also very rewarding.
Definitely the coffee club. What Alex and the baristas have done is create this community that has a sense of welcoming and a sense of belonging that I really haven't found anywhere else on campus. I would highly recommend it.
I find the Pace Center for Civic Engagement as really integral to my Princeton experience. I think that just the relationships I built in the Pace Center, both staff and students, have been really important to me, and I think they've guided me along in the last 3 years.
One organization I'm really proud to be a part of is the Black Student Union and its offshoot organization, the Black Student Alumni Coalition. It's just filled with so many people I admire who are constantly pushing to make Princeton a better place each and every day.
Advice to my frosh self would be to experience all that Princeton has to offer. 4 years have really flown by, and I'm so proud to be graduating among such brilliant, talented students.
Definitely soak in all the moments that you have with your friends, treasure every moment that you spend with others, and just really pursue your passions. If you feel like you really enjoy a subject, go for it, take classes in it, or even if there aren't classes available for it, just like try and find books, and like we have a lot of resources at Firestone and other places on campus that could allow you to pursue your passions even more.
I think the number one piece of advice I'd give to myself is just to continue to be, or just to try to be authentic and to just try to be yourself, be genuine.
My favorite course is easily Ethics and Public Policy. Took a sophomore spring. It's really shaped the way I look at politics and pushed me to study political theory.
My favorite class at Princeton was probably Education Policy, that's a Woodrow Wilson School, or Ethnography of Schools and Schooling, which is technically a teacher prep course. But I think both of those courses have broadened my views around education in America, have broadened my views around schooling, and I think that's really important for me as I look into my future career path.
So I came to Princeton as a pre-med molecular biology major, but when I took Pol 319, which was History of African American Political Thought with Professor Desmond Jugmahan, I realized that humanities were definitely my strong suit, and I really enjoyed that course and reading about different African American political philosophers and just hearing all these different theories and being exposed to people who I haven't heard of before, and just being able to have that experience and also recognize that I could still take the science coursework that I wanted was very valuable.
The best class I took was probably Species Interactions with Professor Pringle. It's EEB 321. I enjoyed it so much because it inspired me to really pay attention to nature so much that I spent the following summer collecting antelope poop for 2 months in Mozambique.
It's classical Chinese, which is Chinese 301, taught by Wang Laosher. And it was a really awesome way to fulfill just like a long period of, like a long legacy of my studying Chinese. I've been studying Chinese since I was 11, and being able to take a class that shows me where this language that I've been really invested in for so long came from was really fruitful and meaningful. I actually just finished all my academic requirements for the semester a couple of hours ago today. And it's been hard. Honestly, it's been very sad to not be able to be around some of the people who, will be family to me for the rest of my life. But it has been, a silver lining has been that I've been able to be with my family.
I'm currently at home in San Francisco, finishing up a couple of final exams. It's been exactly 2 months actually since I left campus, and while of course that's involved a lot of settling in, I can't be happier than to be back in the Bay and to get to spend time with my family.
While finishing senior year remotely has had its challenges, my partner Justin, our dog Babushka, and I are trying to make the most of every day.
It's been nice to be with my family, and I am excited for virtual graduation.
Finishing the semester off campus has been difficult, of course, but it's also been an opportunity to really invest in the friendships and the relationships that we've built in the past 3.5 years. I unexpectedly ended up helping with Communiversity, and it was a joy to see Caleb, one of the other winners, who was the chair of the Community Affairs Association at the time. He cared so much about making sure the Princeton students got an opportunity to burst the bubble and to reach out to the community outside of the Fitz-Randolph gates. I thought it was a joy to see, and I really appreciated it.
Being a full-time Princeton student in and of itself is already very difficult. But then to be able to share your time and your energy with organizations and causes that you care about, that's a completely different challenge. And so for me, to see my 9 fellow winners, what they've been able to accomplish during their time at Princeton, that's been very humbling and inspiring for me. And I'm so honored to be able to be their peer.
I think this year's recipients really embody the fact that serving the community around you and making the world a better place doesn't involve one single set path or one single type of person.
I definitely think that the spirit of Princeton relates to being in service for one another, not in the context of just people who are in close proximity to us, so like friends or the city that we live in, but finding ways to show up and be in solidarity for people from other faith backgrounds or other racial groups, or just like being in solidarity. And I think that's like a really important aspect of being a Princetonian, especially today. And I feel like in terms of the other people who won the Spirit of Princeton Award, I've definitely seen them embody that in a lot of ways through either my brief interactions or close friendships with them.
I think the Spirit of Princeton is all about reciprocity. It's about giving back and giving more, if possible, to people, to organizations, to causes that have meant something to you, that have helped you grow as a person. And that spirit of exchange is really ultimately what keeps communities alive and thriving.
I would say the Spirit of Princeton is just a commitment to a community. And it's not the same community from person to person or from year to year. None of us do the same things, and I don't think we do many of the same things that people did last year or the year before who won the award. But I would say the Spirit of Princeton is just being, entirely invested in a community that is important to you for one reason or another, just because it's important to you.